Hey guys, Braxton here, and welcome to the Path to Financial Freedom. Hold on, give me one quick second. All right, that's better. Hey guys, Braxton here, and welcome to the Path to Financial Freedom, where I bring you relevant information about achieving financial independence as I walk you through my own steps to financial freedom. Today I want to share with you my top 10 countdown of the 10 best books to achieving financial independence. If you guys didn't already know, I'm an advocate of FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early. And that is the basic concept of achieving financial freedom. Those basic concepts include getting rid of your debt, saving your income, increasing your income, then starting a side hustle or a business with your extra time, and ultimately investing your savings to achieve financial independence. Following these steps with enough diligence and enough patience will start to yield noticeable growth that will put you on the path to financial freedom. Without further ado, here's my top 10 countdown of the 10 best books that will put you on your own path to financial freedom. These were very hard choices to make, but starting out at number 10 is The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is a book about a fictional character who became the richest man in Babylon. Here in this book, the character gives advice on 7 cures about how to generate money and wealth, as well as 5 laws of gold on how to protect and invest your wealth. All in all, I give this book a 3 out of 5. Coming in at number 9 is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. The 4-Hour Workweek is a book about how the author, Timothy Ferriss, decided to work the lifestyle of a 40-hour workweek, working for someone else and making them rich, but decided that it just wasn't cutting it. So he decided to go in business for his health. Working 88 plus hours a week left him feeling drained until he learned to streamline his business using the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 principle basically says that 80% of your productivity comes from 20% of your time. I would give this book a 3 out of 5. Coming in at number 8 is Retire Rich, Retire Young by Robert Kiyosaki. Retire Rich, Retire Young is one of my favorite books by the author Robert Kiyosaki. In this book, he provides actual practical insight on how to put together a financial plan that could very well make you very prosperous, but also allowing you to decide at what point in time do you want to become financially independent and retire. I give this book a 3 out of 5. At number 7, we have the book titled Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. This book visits your harsh reality and asks you a string of questions such as, do you have enough money? Are you spending enough time with family and friends? Do you have enough time to participate and engage in things that you think are worthwhile? Are you at peace with your knowledge of financial literacy? Does your job reflect your values? Or does it reflect the line of business you just happen to settle for? Do you feel whole, and are you happy with your contribution to society? Did you happen to overlook any rich grandparents who you could have potentially inherited millions from? Millions. This book makes you come to the realization that our current lifestyle is trash and has led to a life of dependencies. Those financial dependencies range from our parents, to our jobs, to our economy, to our Social Security or Medicare, just for sustaining survival. This book teaches you to fight back and hit them right where it hurts. And the like button if you enjoy my videos. I give this book a 3 out of 5. At number 6, we have Playing with Fire by Scott Ricken. The path to FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early, is not an easy path, and this book explains that perfectly, as it details the life of Scott. On the surface, Scott had the normal American dream, a family, a nice car, a happy marriage, and a great boating hobby. Deep down, Scott really wasn't happy. He was depressed and overworked, trying to maintain his current lifestyle. One day he heard a podcast about financial independence, retire early. After that, he never looked back. He changed his whole lifestyle. He quit his current job and cut his expenses in half, thus effectively taking back his life. I love this book because it shows how the American dream has changed drastically just over a couple of years, and how living life has become increasingly more expensive. Anyway, I give this book a 4 out of 5. Coming in at number 5 is one of my favorites, and this book is called Broke Millennial by Aaron Lowry. If you're like me, stuck in your 20s or 30s, then chances are you're a destitute millennial. This book shows its readers how to go from being financially broke to financially savvy. My neighbor actually gifted me this book as a late graduation gift. By late, I mean a couple years late. This book helps young teenagers to young adults by covering real-life situations where you just can't afford to splurge. It explains how to manage your student loan debt, how to avoid splitting the bill evenly when out to eat, and my personal favorite, how to avoid a Christmas gift without being Bernard Braxton. I mean cheap. I give this book a 4 out of 5. Coming in at number 4 is one of my favorites, titled The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is one of my favorites. Once again, it's by Robert Kiyosaki, so you shouldn't really be surprised. It visits the different tax brackets for acquiring income. Which quadrant are you in? Are you in the E for employee, the S for small business and self-employed, the B for big business, or the I for investor? While financial freedom can be found in all 4 quadrants, you get there faster by being a B, big business, or an I, an investor. How often do you ask yourself, am I working too hard or am I working smart? So many people are employed or self-employed solely because they find solace in playing it safe and not reaching financial independence earlier by owning a business or becoming an investor. The difference is, as an E, you have a job. As an S, you own a job. As a B, you own a system and people work for you. And as an I, your money solely works for you. Ultimately, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. And ultimately, how long that money works for you. This book is filled with just ultimately so much information. I couldn't possibly have enough time to explain everything in this book. Buy the book. I give this book a 4 out of 5. Number 3 on our list is called Financial Freedom, A Proven Path to All the Money You Will Ever Need by Grant Sebastian. In 5 years, Grant Sebastian went from having $2.26 in his bank account to having over $1.25 million in assets. At 29, CNBC began calling him the Millennial Millionaire. And at 30, he had reached financial independence. Grant highlights that as one's ability to make money is limitless, one's time just is not. This book explores how much money you need to last for the rest of your life, how to make more money in less time, how to save more money than you thought possible without giving up the things that you love, like Popeye's fried chicken sandwiches. How to live for free, even if it is inside of your parents' basement, and also how to accelerate your financial freedom. To go from having no money to a high net worth in little to no time speaks volumes. That's why this book gets a 4 out of 5. My number 2 book, which I thought would be my number 1 book, is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Once again, one of my favorite books. As you can see, there seems to be a trend here when it comes to books by Robert Kiyosaki. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he finds the most basic way of explaining a simple concept through advanced storytelling. He shows his readers 2 paths to living life, one being a traditional path through life and one being a more non-traditional path to achieving financial independence that society just does not push. Through the main character's eyes, we come to an understanding that the current traditional path to retirement is outdated and just doesn't work anymore, and it has little to no financial security. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is by far one of my most favorite books. This book is my baby, and it easily gets 5 out of 5 for me. And now what you've all been waiting for. This book comes in at number 1, and it's called Set for Life by Scott Trench. This book is in your face raunchy. Are you tired of working a 9 to 5 making someone else rich? Are you financially free? Of course you're not, or else why would you come click on this video? Would you like to retire from your job in less than 10 years? Or are you too much of a bitch to start your own path to financial freedom. Anyone who reads this book will learn to save as much as 50, 75, scratch that, 90% of your income. This isn't one of your Dave Ramsey baby step books, because this book isn't for babies. You're guaranteed to double, scratch that, even triple your income in 3 to 5 years. That's insane. That's just, I can't. It's 5 out of 5. Now that you know my top 10 books of financial independence, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If you know any books that you think might deserve to be in the top 10 countdown that I just didn't mention, leave your suggestions below in the comments. Before you go out and buy any of these books, it just wouldn't be very FI of me not to mention this app called Overdrive app. Now this is an app where you can read, listen, watch and enjoy thousands of ebooks, audiobooks, and videos from your local library. So no need to brave the elements by going outside into the snow or rain just to get your hands on one of these top 10 countdown books. And most importantly, no need to worry about returns because everything is done right through the app. So get started today by downloading the app in the Apple App Store or by going to Google Play and downloading the app. I'm in no way affiliated or associated with any organization or product mentioned in this video. This video is strictly for enjoyment purposes only. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe down below and hit the like button. Also share me with your friends and family. Thanks for watching. Braxton, signing out.